Hi, I'm Tara. I'm a food as medicine chef and culinary herbalist. And today we're here in the Palizzi's kitchen filming for the Sacred Kitchen. We are making fire cider today to celebrate International Fire Cider Day, which just happened this past weekend. And Rosemary Gladstar was actually the first person to come out with fire cider and share it with the world back in 1981. And she shared it with herbalists at her school in California. For those that might not be familiar, Rosemary Gladstar is considered really the godmother of North American herbalism. She was just recently in our Remedy docuseries. And she's just an amazing herbalist and human being. So this recipe is originally hers, and then we've added in a few things, just little things from the garden that we love and that help boost immunity all winter and fall. To start out, you're going to want to have a quart glass jar. And one of the main ingredients for fire cider is grated horseradish. So we have horseradish here. We'll put all the ingredients below so that you have the list of ingredients in the original recipe. So we're gonna go ahead and pour, this is just about a quarter cup of horseradish. And it's great if you can find fresh horseradish, but if you can't, it's completely fine to get jarred horseradish or horseradish that's already been prepared for you. Next, you're going to want to add about a quarter cup of onion, and both onion and horseradish are great for warding off colds and flus and other pathogens that we're exposed to all winter. And let's just add a little more. You're going to want to add about a quarter to an eighth cup of garlic. Garlic is amazing for its antibacterial properties. We always like to cut our garlic and leave it exposed to oxygen for at least 10 to 15 minutes. This increases the compound in garlic called allicin, which is like one of the most beneficial compounds, and then that just goes right into your fire cider. We're gonna add fresh turmeric, about an eighth of a cup, or a few tablespoons. And then some fresh grated ginger. It can be chopped or grated. And this is about an eighth of a cup as well. Again, this is great for lungs, respiratory system, immunity boosting, stomach stuff too. All this stuff is great for digestion, really keeps the digestive fire going, especially in the winter months when things get a little stagnant. This is fresh cayenne. You can use fresh or dried cayenne pepper, but we happen to have fresh cayenne pepper, so we're adding that in. That will make it really spicy. So if you're not as into really spicy things, you might want to do a little bit less cayenne and maybe a little more of something else like ginger or garlic. We're going to add fresh rosemary because that's one of our favorite culinary herbs. And just bruise it a little and then pop it in there, 2 fresh sprigs. And then we'll add a cinnamon stick, and we have this beautiful calendula. We're keeping the green part of the stem on, and we're adding that in. Calendula is amazing too for liver, for antibacterial, antimicrobial, antiviral properties. It's just an amazing flower. So if you can get your hands on that, that's great. We're gonna add, now we're gonna pour apple cider vinegar. We wanna have raw apple cider vinegar, unpasteurized. We're gonna pour it in and covering all the vegetables by at least a few inches in the jar. So once we pour our apple cider vinegar in, we're pretty much done, and we're gonna cover the whole jar with wax paper so that the opening is covered completely with the wax paper, and we're not corroding our lid. So that's really important when you're doing anything that has an acid in it and you're storing it in a jar, you're going to want to use wax paper to prevent the corrosion. And then you're just going to shake it up. And make sure you store this in a dark place for at least 4 weeks. We can put it in the pantry or in a shelf. You can also get dark glass jars now, which prevent the light getting through, so that's a great option. After the 4 weeks are up, you're going to want to strain it out and add about, I would say like a quarter to a half cup of honey, and using, again, maybe local honey if you can find it, and unpasteurized, organic. Warm it up just a little bit so it mixes in with your cider vinegar, and then you can use it a teaspoon to a tablespoon a day as a preventative, or a little bit more if you have something you feel is really in your body at that point. You're going to want to take a little more every day, maybe even twice a day. So that's it, and we hope that you enjoyed learning how to make fire cider.